Welcome to the vlog, y'all. Today is our 4th day of our trip. We are currently packing up, or we just finished packing up our hotel in Tokyo, and we are about to get a train to the Nagano prefecture. Robert has some stops planned along the way for things for us to see while we get to Nagano. Where are we staying tonight?
Shibu Hotel and Shibu Onsen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So we're gonna finally get to do some onsens?
Yes.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. We checked out of our hotel room and then took a short metro from where our hotel was to Ueno Station. We're in Ueno Station right now, right? So we're in Ueno Station and it is very, very busy, and we just recently used our JR Rail Pass to get tickets for the train that we need. So those are our tickets. Yeah, it's really cool in here. I'm gonna show you guys because we have about 20 minutes until our train arrives. And this train's just an hour, right? It's an hour to an hour 20. Okay, so shorter train ride, and then we'll do a longer one this afternoon.
The Shinkansen bullet train was incredibly smooth and incredibly fast. It reached top speed somewhere between 150 and 200 miles per hour, as is obvious from the amount of rolling shutter you can see in the bottom half of the video right now. Even though our camera is prone to rolling shutter, the surroundings were still as disorienting to look at while we were on the train as they are in this video. We traveled roughly 140 miles in 80 minutes, even though the train made multiple stops to let people board and disembark.
I was very taken by this first long train ride. It was so fun to look out the window and see all the different landscapes, to see the city rushing by, and then to see that replaced by residential areas and mountains. It was just beautiful, and the train ride was super smooth, so that was really nice. Over the course of the trip, the allure of the train rides definitely wore off, because as you will see in future videos, we went on a lot of train rides. We definitely got our money's worth out of the JR Pass. And by the end of the trip, I was like, Robert, I can't go on another train ride. But this first one, absolutely magical. We just got off the train. We're in Nagano now. It was so cool to watch the landscape change from all the buildings in Tokyo to like some kind of flat residential area to getting so mountainous. Like there are just mountains all around us. The air feels different now. It just feels so crisp. It is so amazing. Like after breathing all that city air, like the air just feels so crisp, and it's just, I cannot believe we're in a new place, and I'm just so freaking excited. So what are we doing now, babe?
We're going to Zenko-ji Temple.
And what do we gotta do to get there?
We're taking a bus. Zenkoji, meaning the Temple of Benevolent Light, was founded in the year 642 during the Nara period and is one of the oldest Buddhist temples in Japan. The temple is so old that it is still non-sectarian because it predates the schism of Japanese Buddhism into sects. The temple claims that its Sabutsu, or hidden Buddha, is the oldest Buddha statue ever to be brought to Japan, dating back to the 6th century when Buddhism was introduced to Japan from China and Korea. The temple was also the base of the famous Buddhist daimyo and warlord Henshin in his battles against Eida Shingen, the most powerful daimyo of the Sengoku period. Immediately prior to the Niemon Gate, you will find the Daihongan Temple and Pilgrims' Lodgings. The High Priestess of Buddhism in Japan, who is a member of the royal family, actually resides at this temple in the nunnery. Unlike many other towns in Japan that developed around a castle or a harbor, Nagano City is a mozenmachi, or temple town, that developed entirely around Zenkoji. Therefore, the Omotesando, or front approach to the temple, is extremely prominent, and its Nakamise Dori is longer than Senso-ji Temple's own Nakamise Street in Tokyo.
So we're at the lead up to Zenko-ji Temple, and there are all these little shops and mostly selling food and snacks and drinks around us. Leading up to the temple, we just passed the gate. This mountain town is absolutely breathtaking and beautiful, and the air just smells so fresh and clean. So we're gonna go look at all these different shops, enjoy it, and then see the temple. It's a lemonade slushy, which I didn't expect. It's actually the first lemonade we've gotten that's a little too sweet.
This is a Shinshu beef bun and it's delicious.
I told you it would be delicious.
Yeah, you want to taste?
I don't know. I'll taste it, I guess.
Might be a little too savory for you.
Might be. So we made it through all the different shops and stands. I got some really yummy apricot pudding. It was like an almond milk apricot pudding and it was so good. And now we're about to come up on the temple. There's just so much going on, I can already see. It is huge with all these statues and stuff. So we're about to go explore it. Very exciting.
Before you reach the Sanmon Gate, you will find the Rokujizu, or the statues of 6 bodhisattvas who abandoned their enlightenment to save people who did not achieve nirvana in the other 6 Buddhist realms of Naraka or Hell, Preto or the Purgatory of Hungry Spirits, Tiryag or the Animal Realm, the Human Realm, and the Asura Realm of Demigods. This is probably my favorite collection of statues in all of Japan because of its minimalism and incredible symmetry. After you pass the Sanmon Gate, which you can climb up for a small fee if you have the time, you reach the main temple hall or hondo. We are not able to film in the hall, and since we do not speak Japanese and are not familiar with Buddhism, we definitely miss out on some stuff when we were visiting it. The 3 primary reasons for pilgrimage to this temple are the healing statue of Benzuru Sonja, the physician who accompanied the original Buddha, the sanctum of 20 bodhisattvas, who welcome departed spirits to the afterlife, and the pitch-black underground pilgrimage of ordination where you must become enlightened to find the key to salvation.
As far as Zenkoji, it was completely amazing. Robert had planned on stopping there just because it was on the way to the hotel we're staying at the end of the night, and he didn't expect it to be that amazing in his research, and I didn't even know about it until this morning that we were going there, and it was just breathtaking. The entire town is built around it. We were amazed at just how much it expanded out to the sides and all the shops and different things in the front, all the gates. And off to the side of like the main temple, there were just a ton of small temples and small shrines. There was more than we could have ever filmed. Hundreds and hundreds of statues, just amazing things to see. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so beautiful. And having the backdrop of the mountains and the mountain air and the whole town built around it, amazing. One of the best things we've done so far, if not the best thing we've done so far. I love being in the mountains. It is such a change from Tokyo, and it's so amazing.
Our Suica cards didn't work because Nagano is surprisingly disconnected from the IC system that all the major cities use. So we had to do a mad dash to the ticket machine to pay in cash. Thankfully, the station master helped us to quickly upgrade the ticket machine for the Nagano Electric Railway, since we got there within a minute of the train, and the next one didn't come for over 30 minutes, since it's such a minimally trafficked route.
The train ride to Obuse took about 30 minutes, and I looked out the window the entire time. We were much more up close to everything we were seeing out the window because it wasn't a high-speed railway. It was just these open-air railroad tracks through the landscape. And so it was mostly houses and a lot of farms and pastures. So we saw tons of fresh fruit growing, fresh apples was one of the main things we saw. And then we saw all kinds of other fresh fruit growing. And so it was just super fun to see all of that and watch it go by. And it was also cool to have seen the fruit growing. And then when we got to the train station, there was a fruit stand that had grapes and apples and apple juice that was freshly grown near the area.
What is this?
Apple beer.
Is that apple beer?
Looks like
Where do we pay?
I don't know. Do you want to get it?
Yeah, I'll get one of those.
We just got off the train in Obuse, and I don't even know what to say about how breathtaking this whole place is.
Oh, thank God. Storage lockers.
We're in Obuse right now, and it is the quietest place that we've been. It's this small town it's still in the prefecture of Nagano, but it's just a different city than Nagano City, which is where we just were, which was like pretty bustling. There was this really almost like a fruit stand, farmer's market kind of thing outside the train stop, wherever the train dropped us off, or the bus or the metro or whatever we were riding. And we got this fresh apple juice that Robert and I have been sharing. It is so good. So we're just like drinking fresh apple juice in the mountains in just this quiet little town, and it is absolutely amazing and breathtaking, and I still cannot believe that we're here. Oh my gosh, and the breeze, it is not even too hot. It's amazing and beautiful.
Besides the Jiko Kudani Monkey Park and our inside joke about Linnea needing the 9 healing onsens of Shibu, we picked Shibu Onsen over other more modern and more popular onsen towns because I also wanted to visit the Hokusai Museum since he's my favorite Japanese artist. Katsushika Hokusai lived from 1760 to 1849 during the Edo period of Japan. Hokusai was born in Edo, which eventually became Tokyo, and eventually retired to Obuse after a fire in his art studio, hence why the museum is located in this rural part of Japan. Hokusai is largely considered to be the most famous practitioner of ukiyo-e, or Japanese woodblock prints. In this style of art, the artist would draw the initial image on paper, which would then be transferred onto a woodblock by a woodcarver to create what effectively was a stamp. A series of woodblocks corresponding to different paint colors would then be coated with their respective paints and used to generate imprints in a specific sequence in order to construct the image layer by layer. It was basically the artistic equivalent of movable type. Hokusai was considered a radical in his own genre and was even expelled from his art school for studying other art styles and subject matters. This ultimately led him to abandon the traditional use of ukiyo-e to capture the portraits of actors, geishas, and courtesans in favor of using it for naturalism. His most famous series of work, known as the 36 Views of Mount Fuji, includes the world-renowned Great Wave Off Kanagawa, and on top of that, he also produced art focusing on members of the working class. The museum contained a mixture of original prints, a collection of his notebooks, and parade floats that have murals he created. Linnea was actually a larger fan of Hokusai's contemporaries. Out of all the contemporaries presented there, she was a much bigger fan of Mori Beian's art than either Hokusai and Hiroshige. Beian was a samurai retainer of the shogun during the Edo period, but he was inspired by Chinese books of natural history to document the local sea life of Japan, so he used this art style to create incredibly vivid images of fish, shellfish, squid, and whales, which are also on display at the museum. We wrapped up at the Hokusai Museum, and we decided to start looking around this small area called Obusendo, or like Chestnut Alley. And we found the coolest couple of stores with some of the nicest folks. We went to a place called Alex's Country Store, where we met a woman who was married to somebody from the US who had lived in Princeton. And she gave us some of the most delicious apple cider we could probably find anywhere. It's just a really quaint little town. It's just wonderful.
Obuse is the chestnut capital of Japan, so a lot of the stores were selling chestnut candies and chestnut noodles. We thought we would try some, but we just ended up not feeling it. So instead, we looked at some of the vendors outside of those that were selling dried fruits and apple juices. On the way back to the train station, we had time to stop at this paper store. It sold so much more than paper. There were Christmas ornaments made out of paper. There were all these interesting masks on the wall, just covering the wall. There were all these different types of masks. And they did have paper. There were lots of cards and sheets of paper that were handmade and made out of all the different types of materials, different colors. And there were paper change purses, and it was just a super fun store to walk around. We were happy to find it, and after spending some time there, we got on the train and headed to Shibu Onsen town. We are at the train station and we are waiting for our train. We're about to leave Obuse and go to Shibu, which is where our hotel is for the night, and there's quite a few things we want to do near our hotel. Additionally, our hotel is providing us dinner, so we'll be eating dinner at our hotel. And the train's probably going to come soon, so it's going to be about a 22 to 30 minute train ride, but honestly, the train rides are so lovely because we just look out the window and admire the beautiful landscape and all the homes and mountains, and the train rides go by so fast because you can see just everything, and it's awesome. It's a Robert! We have arrived at the hotel we are staying at for the night. It's about 5 p.m. right now. We are staying at the Shibu Hotel. Robert wants me to mention that this hotel is a Ryokan, which is like a traditional Japanese inn. And so far, we really like it. Unexpectedly, someone at the hotel was waiting for us when we got off the train. And so they picked us up and drove us to the hotel. We knew that they offered a pickup service, but we thought you had to book it in advance. All the Ryokans in this area have people just waiting at the train station for every train that comes, and then they just pick you up and they take our bags right up to our room. So when we first got there, they had us take off our sneakers, which honestly I liked because I love that this room is going to be untouched by our gross outside shoes. And they had us put on these slippers, which are now off because I'm like inside the room. Let me explain and show the rest of the room. It is so beautiful and it smells so good. Our hotel room in Tokyo just kind of smelled like very strong cleaning supplies. So it's just like this just smells like bamboo and mountain air hair, and it is amazing. Those are our special shoes. I have women's shoes. Robert has the man's shoes. And then this is like a bag and a big towel and a small towel for the onsens. And then they have this kind of explanation of Japanese baths. This is some of the stuff they gave us. So this is the key to, like, the master key to all the onsens that are outside. There are 9 in this town, like public ones. We're doing all those tomorrow. And then this is the key to our room. Those are our bags. And then as you can see, we're on tatami. This is called tatami, right, Robert? Yes. So this whole thing is tatami mat. We're sleeping on the floor. Robert is already chilling in his bed.
I feel I deserve to be horizontal. We've already walked like 30 miles this trip.
There is this mirror and this nice little sitting area here. And then this is a map of the onsen town, Shibu Onsen. This is the map of the town that they gave us. Over here, they provided us these yukata. We have to wear these when we do the public onsen. Wait a minute, we wear them to dinner and breakfast too?
They want us to wear them around the entire town.
Oh my gosh. So I guess we wear these around the entire town. Somehow I missed the part where he explained that we had to wear yukata at all times in this town. Are you serious?
I mean, not at all times, but it's like part of the experience.
So I guess we're putting on a yukata for dinner. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna shower after I finish filming this so that I can be clean and put on my yukata and get dinner in my yukata. This is such an experience, y'all. Like, every part of this trip has been something new, and Robert did such a good job planning it. I literally did nothing. I just wake up every day and I'm like, what are we doing? I have no idea. And every day is new for me, and he just plans it all. Just like, oh, what are we doing? What's the schedule? We're going here? Okay, cool. Robert knows what we're doing, and I just get surprised along the way, and it's so fun. So let me show you like the last few things about the room. The bathroom is also super nice. So we have this place where we can sit. We have some art. We have some candy, but it looks kind of weird. I don't know what it is, so I haven't tried it. Those are some more of our bags. We have these little flowers. We have a TV that we're definitely not going to be watching. We have this little place over here to make tea. It looks like this makes hot water, and then when you open this box, there are like tea things inside of it, which is super cool. I wonder if there is tea in this drawer. Oh my gosh, there's more down here. There's more things to make tea down here. This is amazing. I hadn't opened the bottom part before I started filming this. I'll show you guys the bathroom, and then I'm gonna have to take a shower so I can put on my yukata. So this is the bathroom. It's just like really cute. We have special bathroom shoes in here, and then the toilet is more complex than the one in Tokyo. I think the one that we had in our hotel in Tokyo was actually a simple one, all things considered. This one has way more buttons. And like, then we have this whole bathroom. Like, it's literally just like a room for the bath. I'm not sure, because there's faucets here, and then in here there's like more faucets and like the actual tub, and then like this shower wand thing. It looks like there's a drain. I wonder if this is like a foot wash or something is what I wonder. What I would wonder is if you're supposed to shower here, like where I'm standing, and then if like that's for the bath. Because it seems like there's a central drain here, and then there's the shampoo. I think you shower like literally standing right here is what I think. Because this mirror looks like it's been showered with, so we'll figure it out. I'll actually have to figure this out in a couple minutes, so. And then I guess this is some more cups and things. And they have this sign that says like, please enjoy these. And there's a few drinks in here for both of us. Some green tea, some Coke, some beer, and then is this wine? White and red wine. It's not sake. It's cup wine. We looked up what these things are. Apparently they're kelp candies. And apparently this flavor is mountain wasabi. My blood sugar is super low, so I'm gonna try one even though dinner's in like half an hour, and we'll see how it is. Robert's currently wearing his yukata. Kind of looks weird. It's really hard. It's very salty, very hard, very chewy. It tastes like wasabi and the sea. The salt's probably good for me though, but it's definitely very weird. So Robert, what are you doing?
Drinking a Coke.
In your yukata?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you feel comfy?
That's pretty comfy.
You look pretty hot. Trying to find the yukata that was the right size for him. Robert tried on all the yukatas except for the one he knew wouldn't be the right size for him, which is the smallest one we have, which is a medium. And they gave us this chart of like how to put them on. I'm gonna try on the only size that might fit me, which is the medium, and we'll see if it fits me. So we'll see.
You haven't tied your yukata yet.
Well, I was gonna talk about my yukata before I tied it, but I guess I'm on a dangerous situation here, just leaving it untied like this.
Oh geez, this could turn into OnlyFans.
So it's definitely the right height. Like, it's supposed to kind of hit your ankles. That's what the picture showed. So it's the right height. So this is the right size for me. It's just really baggy on me, but that's fine. I prefer it to be baggy because then I'm cozier. And maybe I should have tied it before I started filming, but it's okay. So they say for the women to tie it in a bow, but I don't really know how to do that. Possibly. That's why I need
That's
to knot
that's
it.
not a knot. You need to make it a square knot.
I'm trying to make it look sexy. Okay, look at this. That's what I was talking about, how it looks better when the thing is doubled up. This is how I was talking.
It looks very nice, but some of us are a little too tubby for that, so...
Let me see how I look. Oh, I look beautiful. I look so beautiful. I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful.
So, thankfully this appears to be the starter.
Oh, goodness. The plum wine is very good. Very good. Sashimi, they said. So this is tuna, shrimp, and something else.
The shrimp's good. Yeah, it's just a little more fishy second thought. Not really one for, like, wasabi, but maybe with some salt. Just a little pinch. So some soy sauce. It's much better that way. Honestly, thinking about nigiri sushi, they always put, like, just a pea of wasabi and some salt and more soy sauce on it, plus you get the vinegar from the sushi rice. Honestly, thinking about it, even when I eat poke, it's normally covered with, like, a sweet soy sauce, so I honestly don't think I eat that much straight sashimi in my ordinary life.
Here I go. First raw fish of the trip for me. I'm nervous.
There's just some big slices compared to what you get at, like, M Sushi, too.
I know, it's a lot of fish. Alright, here I go. Very oceany. There's a lot of ocean. Ooh, I think I just ate the ocean. I don't think I want another one, but I'm glad I tried it. I think I just ate the ocean. So they keep bringing more things, and we've reached a point where we've realized that we're definitely out of our depth, for sure. What you got there, babe?
A fish on a stick. Fish stick, some might say.
I have one too. It came with pickled radish. Are you gonna taste it?
I really wish it was a fillet. Is that salt crystallized on the outside of it?
I think there probably is salt on the outside.
It smells palatable. The waitress checked in on us.
She said it seemed like it was our first time, which it was.
We might be idiots.
We probably are. In a surprising turn of events, they have brought us fried cheese. They called it fried cheese. We have not tried it yet. It's fried cream cheese with crunch on the outside.
Yes, with like tempura batter.
Oh my goodness.
It's already melting. I can get yours going too if you want me to. And it's 10 times better with salt.
Is everything you hope now that it's salted like it needs to
Yes.
be?
It's now assaulting my taste buds.
The last thing has arrived. We have gotten what looks like, they called it a pudding, but it looks like creme brulee. And we have these really big grapes.
Absolute units of grapes. I mean, they are big enough they look like they're about to start teaching me the Bible. There were grapes and VeggieTales, right?
Oh, there were lots of grapes and VeggieTales. That is creme brulee for sure. It tastes like a combination of creme brulee and flan, and it is amazing. It is amazing. We finished dinner around 7:40ish, and we've just been walking around the town of Shibu Onsen. It's just really quiet, just really nice. Almost every single other person in the town is wearing one of these and walking around in wooden shoes. We are not in wooden shoes because we tried to put them on and walked like 2 feet out of the hotel and almost fell on our faces. So they let us wear our regular shoes and it was very embarrassing. It also turns out I was wearing my yukata wrong, and so the person at the hotel brought me into the bathroom and helped me fix it so that I had the wrong side going over me. The left side needs to go on top, not the right side, and I had done that wrong. So I got my yukata fixed. We realized we couldn't walk in wooden shoes. It was kind of embarrassing. The dinner is going to have to be a separate video, unfortunately, because it ended up we ended up filming a lot because it was a 10-course dinner, and Robert knew that, but I didn't know that. I think he forgot to tell me, so I thought dinner was gonna be like a super simple affair, and it was a 10-course thing, and it was all stuff we hadn't tried basically, and it was really good, and it was a good experience, but it needs its own video. So stay tuned for a video about the dinner at the Ryokan, which was a 10-course elaborate dinner. But right now we're just gonna wind down for the night, walk around this town, see what it has, see what we're going to be doing tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to all 9 of the onsens in this town, as well as a few other things. So we're just going to kind of just chill, take showers, go to bed, and we will talk to y'all in the next vlog. Thank you for watching.
It's a mystery. And also you can get Coke in bottles, which you can't even get in the US. I'm kind of surprised.
I'm glad this makes you happy, babe.